Here we go. So today is the last, it's our last session in the energy of Gemini, because solstice is coming, so energies are really amping up, and so this is our last one for Gemini. So it's going to be really quite exciting, I think, because we've been working with, obviously we still have, it's the 17th, we still have 10 days, 13 days left in June. So we still have that energy of love, relationships, family. We're still working with all of that. The energy of the twins is fading out come the next few days, around the 21st. That fades out. So it'll be really interesting to see what comes up in the session tonight as we're moving through there. And so this morning when I went into meditation, I saw this beautiful golden bed sheet hanging on a clothesline, blowing in the breeze. I was like, I'm not. Why am I seeing a bed sheet? Anyway, so I'm going to just brief over that for a moment. And, the golden energies are really very powerful. And this is, to me, I see it as representation of, you've done your washing, you put it on the line, everything is clean and it's okay to put it all out there. And the golden energies are just moving us forward. They are very much about releasing and letting go of a very high vibration. So we've come through this phase, and I've done the cards already. So that's going to show us again in a moment what's coming up. I just want to be sure you can see yeah, okay, there we go. So, and gold is also the masculine energy. So I think, we're dealing here mostly with the masculine energy of ourselves, and that is the healing phase that is coming through tonight. The illumination more on the masculine rather than the feminine, and bringing that through. So I'm going to talk about the cards. It's also we're doing the 64th session today. So that also brings through the love. It's all about love, heart-centered, new beginnings for heart-centered relationships. So very beautiful energies coming through for that. And today is a 17, 23, 24, 25, 35. Oh, yeah, it's 44 day. It's a 44 day. How could I forget? It's Thoth. So, it will be really interesting. Come on in, Thoth, come on in. Really wanting him to come in and be with us today, to share the keys of his keys of magic, wisdom, and open us up to all of that. Now, let's have a look at what the cards were today. The first card that came out, and interestingly, I said this is a 64th session, it becomes a 10. 6 plus 4 is 10, so we have the new beginnings. And the first card that came out was a 10 card, the 10 of Swords. And while this looks pretty painful, basically it's saying that we have been through, or you have been through a really painful time. But that's done and dusted now. He's dead. He's well and truly had a job done on him here. And but the darkness is lifting and the sun is rising. So there is a new dawn happening, and you can never go through the pain like this again. That cycle is complete. It's really complete. So this is actually a very positive card, although it looks very painful. It talks about the pain that you have been through, and that you don't have to do that pain anymore. And this is showing us that the pain is gone. This is in relation to the masculine and the feminine within ourselves, first of all, but also within our relationships. twin flames, soulmates, whatever. But a lot of healing, all of that pain is done and dusted now, and we are moving forward, which is what the golden energy is showing us, that we are closing a cycle and we're entering a more golden dawn. And when you come back to this one, if you look at that, the sun is rising at the very beginning of, in the mornings, the sun is really very golden. It's been a hard road. You've been carrying a lot of heavy stuff, and you've been brave enough to say, okay, I will carry the heavy stuff. I'll carry the burdens until I get there. And he is nearly there. So it's saying that we are nearly there. Don't give up now. Don't drop the sticks. Keep going, because you're almost there. It's been hard going and you're almost there. And the key to that is this beautiful healing that the Queen of Cups shows us, that she has learned how to manage her emotions. So more or less, she knows when to put a lid on it. She knows how to control her emotions. And this is what we need, especially within our relationships, and also in balancing the masculine and feminine within ourselves. We need to know how to control our emotions. And when we have that emotional side of us in balance, and we have control over it, because the fourth dimension is all about emotions, baggage, heavy stuff. And to pass through fourth dimension, you pass into a new world, a new dawn of Kethra, which is the fifth world, fifth dimension. And when you know how to control your emotions, and I don't mean put a lid on it and bury them, because that won't work. So it's about knowing how to keep control, know when to be able to access your emotions, but keep them under control. And in fact, to have offloaded enough baggage that you actually don't have all of that stuff there anymore. So you've come to mastering your emotions, which is what fourth dimensional stuff is all about. That fourth world, mastering that. And when you can do that, you then have clear access to your intuition, the higher, receiving higher messages, which is also a significant when you look at the 64, because the 6 is to do with the brow chakra and the intuitive mind, and the heart is 4 is to do with the heart, which is more emotional stuff. So being able to keep that under control, and you have done it. This is like really saying that you're riding forward now spiritually, because this is a white horse, spiritually, and success. Totally. You've nailed it. You have nailed it. So you deserve to be able to put a smile on your face and to feel confident as you move forward, because it really has been a hard road, but you're stuck with it. And no matter what it is that you have been through, you know within yourself that what you've had to walk through has been part of your spiritual journey. And the 6th card, which is, taking us forward, is the 4 of Pentacles. And this is, he's saying, hang on, know how to manage your energy, know how to keep it under control, know how to keep it with you. Don't be scattered with your energies. If you need to remove yourself from other people, other places, whatever, do it while you can get a control over your energy. He's got his feet firmly planted on the ground there. He's hanging on to the pentacle around his heart. He knows that he wants to be able to, manage his energies there. And he has an open, his alpha chakra is open there. His divine masculine, he's totally got it together. He knows his direction. He knows where he's going forward. So I think they're really positive cards. And the golden sheet that I saw is suggesting that also, that, totally, let it all go. Gold is about letting go, as I said before, letting go on a higher level. And And it's the golden dawn, moving into a golden era where you are more enlightened, you are more in touch with your enlightened self, as he is saying to us today, that he has full access to the higher wisdoms of his soul and is able to move forward. So I think there's a great deal of healing happened for the masculine and the feminine, but in particular there seems to be more within the masculine within ourselves, which means that we know how to, or we are accessing more wisdom. Gold is wisdom, more wisdom in relation to moving forward with our mission and our purpose. And if your mission is to just be, just do nothing, it may be that. So now is a time that you can just relax into that, just totally relax into that and just be. And not everybody has to be the doers. Some people have to actually just be and hold the energy in that stillness. And this guy's being a little bit like that. He's just being. He's like, I'm just gonna hang here and I'm gonna hold on to my energy. And sometimes that's what we have to do. And sometimes we actually have to, we may be the doers, but sometimes we have to just be as well, because you can't always be the doer or you will totally wear yourself out. But we have to learn the balance between the doing and the just being. So I think, today, I'm really looking forward to coming into this, because with the energy of the masculine and the feminine and controlling it and totally being in control of our emotions and recognizing when is the right time to speak out, when is the right time to zip your lip. And sometimes it's a good idea to just zip our lip until we let the emotions settle, like, the Queen of Cups there with her, let it settle, put the lid on top until you've given yourself enough space to be able to think things through and to come from a more masterful place within ourselves to deal with certain situations. So it is a time for moving forward. It's a new beginnings. We have the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very much, they like to jump over the boundaries. They don't like to be fenced in. So it's a time of, really going out there, and also full moon illumines everything, totally illumines the darkness. So if you have been feeling the darkness within yourself, now we have the opportunity with the full moon to shine the light on the darkness, which helps to remove more of our shadow. Depending on if we're in alignment, it helps to remove the shadow when the sun comes out. But it shines the light on the darkness, so we can have a look and see what is still in there. How are we going to deal with it? And it's a soft nature, so it helps us. It also helps us to tap into our intuition, because it's shine the light in the darkness. You take the soft approach and put a lid on it and calm down, and then allow your intuition to be able to speak to you, which is the moon. So beautiful energies tonight. Let's go in and see what the keys and the codes, and if there are any messages coming through for us from Thoth tonight to help us move forward.